Okay, so tribe, you are welcome to class. I want to welcome all our subscribers. Thank you for subscribing to this channel. I really appreciate you all. For those who are just coming for the first time, I welcome you too. You are welcome. So if you have not subscribed, please kindly do so. You are going to see the subscribe button. Please kindly click the subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified anytime I upload new video. So today we want to learn how to cut 6-panel skirts, popularly known as 6-piece skirt. Now I'm going to take you through the detailed process from the cutting. Probably in the next class I'm going to show you how to sew the panels together. So for this project, you'll be needing your fabric, you need your fabric scissors, your tailor's chalk, your tape measure, and you'll be needing a long ruler like this. So for the measurements required, note you're going to use your own measurements, your own accurate measurements. So you'll be needing the skirt length, the length of the skirt. For this project, the length I'm using is 41, and you need the hip, the measurement, the circumference of your hip. The circumference of the this skirt is 42. You are going to use your own, and you will need the band measurement, the circumference of your band. So to get the total amount of fabric you will use, you're going to multiply your hip by at least 2 inches. So that means it will be more than 2 inches. You can have it multiplied by 2.5 or 3 inches, depending on how wide or how full you want your skirt to be. So here I have 2.5 yards. So this is how you go about it. I'm going to show you this method of how you can really conserve your fabric to achieve the 6-panel skirt. This method is very simple if you follow it step by step the way I'll be showing you. Now this is a fabric I'm using, the African print, 2.5 yards. So the first thing you want to do is you make sure you take your fabric, can you see it, fold it into 2 equal parts. Can you see the way I am folding it? Now after folding it into 2 equal parts, you're still going to fold it again into 4. So folding it into 4, you're going to leave about 2 inches allowance here from the starting point. So these 2 inches, you're going to use it for your zipper allowance. So you're going to do some calculation here. You're going to do some calculation so that you know how to go about it. You know, I said I'm using 2.5 yards, that is 90 inches. So you're going to divide 90 inches into the number of panel you are cutting. You'll be dividing your 90 inches by 6. So if I divide my 90 inches by 6, 90 divided by 6 is going to give us 15. So this 15 is going to serve as the circumference of each panel. So I have 15 to be the circumference of each panel. We are going to do the same thing for your hip. The measurements I'm working with, the hip measurements I'm working with is 42. So divide 42 by 6 as well. So 42 divided by 6, 42 divided by 6 is going to give you 7 inches. I hope you are following up to this point. So the next thing you're going to divide is your band measurements. The band I'm working with is 33. So 33 as well, you'll be dividing it by 6. So if you divide 33 by 6, you'll be having 5.5. Yes, you'll be having 5.5. So these are the 3 measurements I will be using now. For the circumference, it's going to be 15. For the hip, it's going to be 7 inches. And for the band, it's going to be 5.5. After this calculation, you are going to draw a straight line. And this is going to serve as our starting point. Because we are going to be adding band, before you measure the length of your skirt, you are going to subtract the band width. So your band should be around 1.5 inches, the width of your band. I'm going to subtract just 1 inch. The remaining half is going to serve as a seam allowance. So I've subtracted 1 inch as my band width. So, and I will go ahead and measure the length of the skirt. The length of the skirt is 41 plus 1, 42. That one is going to serve as our seam allowance. Now the opening you left here, you know, you'll be leaving 2 inches opening. Let me show you very well. This opening is going to serve as our zipper allowance. Don't forget. Now the first thing you want to do, you are going to be cutting the center front and the center back together. So you know this is unfold. This is for this one. The one unfold is going to be the center front, and this some pieces is going to be for the center back. Now after this line, after the margin, you just go ahead and insert your vertical measurement. So from the band to the hip is between 7 to 9 inches. Here I'll be using 8 inches. So draw a straight line. This is going to be your hip length. So, and now for you to get your knee length, that part is very, very important. Just divide your skirt into 2. The length of your skirt, divide it into 2 minus 3 inches, minus between 2 to 3 inches. So I have minus my 3 inches, and I'm going to draw my straight line like this. Can you see it? So this is going to serve as the knee of my span. I already have my length here. So these are the vertical measurements we are working with. Now to insert the horizontal measurement for the center front, the hip is 7 inches. So I'll be using the hip 7 inches for both the band and the hip measurement. Why? Because we cannot have shape here for the center. So I'll be dividing my hip into 2 because this is unfold. That's why you're dividing it into 2. Hip divided by 2 is going to give you 3.5 here, and you have your 3.5 here as well. So you connect with a straight ruler like C. Can you see it? Now on your knee, to have the shape, to shape the knee, you know this is 3.5, so you can subtract half inch from it, and this is going to give us 3 instead of the 3.5. So like that, you are giving the knee, you are giving it shape. So you have it like so. Now you know the circumference, the total circumference is 15, and the 15 you are going to divide it into 2. That's going to give us 7.5. So you should not exceed that 7.5 if you want to use your fabric judiciously. So I have it like this. You must not exceed the 7.5. Now from this point, now you're going to connect it straight. That is why you need your long ruler. So connect it straight down. Can you see it like this? So this is it. You have it like this for the center, front, and the back. For the zipper area here, you want to shape this part as well to go in. So we are using 1 inch as our zipper allowance. So draw your 1 inch up to the hip level here, and you are going to connect it straight. So this is going to serve as your. Now on the knee area as well, you are going to subtract half just to give that place shape, or what we call bomb illusion. So instead of you bringing this 1 inch down like this, you are going to make this place to be half inch. So you have subtracted half inch from that place as well, and you are going to be connecting it like this. Can you see it? So this is going to like this before you now bring it out. So you connect it like this. Can you see it? And we are done with the front panel. So after this, now the next thing you do is just go ahead and cut. So I'll be cutting from here. All right, so after cutting this the front panel, you will have this. For you to be able to identify this back, the zipper area, you can give this place small notch like this so that it will not mix up. So this part you notch is your zipper area. Now for us to cut the 4 sides, now this is where the trick is for you to be able to manage your fabric very well. So I'll be removing the back. It is the center front I will be using now for the cutting of the side. Now this is it. You are going to turn your fabric like this. You're going to turn it down. So this is going to, you are going to use, you know, the circumference is 15, and can you see it? We even have up to 18 inches. Can you see it? 18 inches. So this side is where you're going to be using for the M. Now for the circumference of the skirt, so I haven't done it like this. Just go ahead and place it. So this, the center front, you're going to place it here. You are going to exhaust this part. You're going to place it like this. Can you see it? Okay, now we're going to cut the first side. I hope you can see it. Let me bring it closer to the camera. So just go ahead like that. Now to calculate the side, now you'll be using your all the circumferences. You're going to be dividing them by 4 because you are cutting the side, the first side, and this is how you're going to go about it. The band we are working with is 33, so 33 you're going to divide it by 4. If you divide 33 by 4, you'll be having 8. Let's just say 8.5. 8.5 is 34, but you can just use 8.5. So 8.5. Now this is it. You already have 3.5 here, so the 3.5 you're going to bring it out, because the reason why you are bringing this out is because this is on fold. Please don't forget, it is very, very important. So you bring out 3.5 like this. So from this place now, from this 3.5, you're going to measure your 8.5. I hope you can see it. Let me bring it closer to the camera. So you have your 8.5 like so. Just note the 8.5. Can you see it? So on the hip length as well, you know the hip is, this place also is 3.5. You bring it out as well. The reason is because this is on fold. So you're going to bring out the 3.5, and the hip we are working with is what is hip 42. Now you know you'll be dividing it by 4 now because we are cutting the side. So when you divide your hip by 4, it's going to give you 10.5. Can you see it? So this is a 10.5. You're going to note the 10.5. Now you can connect. Mind you, we have not added any seam allowance. I hope you are following me. Now for the seam allowance, you can add as much as 2-3 inches. If you have it excess, it is good. It is you just cutting it out. You know, for the center front and the center back, we did not add any seam allowance. So because of that, I'll be adding excess. So I'll be adding 3 inches for the seam allowance. So this is 3 inches here, and you're going to add 3 inches here as well for your seam allowance. And you're going to connect. You can just use a ruler to connect. So connect it as seam. Can you see it? Now you're going to measure whatever you have here. Can you see it? From the starting point here, measure whatever you have. I have 10 inches. Now on your knee, you are not going to measure the whole 10 inches. You know, you're going to shape it as well. So you can reduce it by 1.5. So instead of you having 10 inches there, I will be having 8.5. So can you see it? 8.5. And just go ahead and connect it as seen. Can you see? So you don't want to have sharp points here, you don't want to have it sharp here. So just blend it together like so, and you can just bring it up. And from this part now, you're going to draw out your line to this, to the hem. You have your side panel complete. Can you see it? Just cut it out like this. So, and we are done. You can just go ahead and cut out your skirt starting from this place. Then bring it close to the camera. So go ahead and cut. Can you see the way I'm cutting? So just go ahead and cut the hem as well. And these sides, you're going to cut it out. Can you see it? Let me bring it close. So just cut straight down like this. Now from this side, now the hem side, you don't want to cut it out. You're going to cut it like this. Yes, and our 6-panel skirt is ready. The next thing you want to do now is at the sides of your skirt. This is going to be the side, that part where you have the shape, that's going to be the side of your skirt. So what you are going to do now is at the hem here, you're going to come up by 1.5 to 2 inches. You are going to use it to shape, because we don't want that part to be pointed. Can you see it? So you're going to shape it like that, and just go ahead and cut it out. Yes, and our panel skirt is ready. So this is it. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is for the center 5, and we have the 2 pieces for the back. The reason why we have 2 pieces for the back is because we'll be adding zipper. So we have come to the end of the cutting tutorial. If the tutorial has been helpful, please kindly give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more free tutorial. In our next class, I'll be showing us how we can join these panels together to form our skirt. My name is Divine. I'll see you in the next class. Bye.